Alright, this is part 2. And this one's concerning banks. As you can see on the screen here, I found a little baby that says it lists the the 5 largest banks apparently. And Bank of America, oh my, it has apparently $2.485 trillion. JP Morgan Chase, almost about the same. Citigroup, Wells Fargo and Company, HSBC North America. And there's going to be 4 more banks below this. The reason why I mention this is because Lindsey Williams contacts or contact said that, you know, there's going to be there's going to be 9 major banks, you know, left over that are going to be owned by the government. Now, that's what I get out of it. So, yeah, there could be some small ones. This is my opinion. There could be some small ones floating around, but supposedly it's going to be all narrowed down mainly, this is what I get out of it, to 9 major banks. And here's the first 5, buds. So, so you might as I don't know, this is information. So these banks, I guess you can see, that will be floating around for quite some time. And if you want to get a job working at a bank, get one at these banks, because you're probably not going to lose your job because the bank closed. All right. So if if you're working that type of jobs, you work at banks or something like that, check out these babies. You know, rig your dinner table up so you can work at these jobs. Get a job with these guys because the government owns them. That's what I get out of it. So there's part 2. You know, I go on and on about Lindsey Williams' data. Like you said, he's a man. I mean, at least that's what I kind of got out of it. What he's saying, Lindsey Williams, he's like, I happen to know this stuff because I have contacts with these guys. It's not. He's rather humble, you know. I mean, let's put it this way. This is the elite's plan. That's what I get out of it for the next 2 years or so. And we'll see if it happens. And, I mean, I called in a talk show earlier on today, and I think I got cut off. But I said the information about Lindsey Williams on the talk show. And then somebody calls in later on and tries to give their viewpoint of what I was meaning. There's always interpretations. Why don't people, when they look at something, when one looks at a car, and then they're supposed to tell someone else what they saw, why don't they say they saw a car? Why don't they have to say that there could be a 5th wheel on the windshield, but it may not be a windshield. It might be, a flag on the front of the vehicle, and and like by the time you're done, by the time the person who's listening to this gets done, they think it's some kind of new dinosaur, which the elite made in their genetic labs. It's like all they were talking about was a damn Pontiac car. That's all they really should be talking about. So the way I look at it, guys, is if you're trying to, supposedly this is the plan. Supposedly we've heard what the elite's plan is. It was said on Alex Jones' show in October 2009. You can find it on YouTube. You can also find in October of 2009. You can find Lindsey's 3 DVDs. Which is also on YouTube now. Okay? So you can make your own decision, see what was said yourself, without the interpretation of another, and look what's going on, and look what has happened, and then decide whether or not I guess if it's crap or not, okay? I mean, this is this is, like people can go on with societies, and they can go on with societies. They can wonder why things crash and what happened here, what happened there, but it's a possibility that this stuff, they're telling you what's really going on. Why this is the source of what's going on in the world around you. Why this is happening? What's going on with this? I mean, it's kind of like you have a seat. You're like a fly in the office of the elite, and you're hearing what they're saying. I cannot guarantee that for sure that this is what they're saying. I don't think Lindsey is lying. I mean, I mean that's like very small. I don't. You can probably see my progress along it. The main thing I think we should be looking at is what your dollar can buy. Can it buy the same amount of stuff as it could a month ago? As we go down in time, we're going to see this. Okay, that's part 2. I might have a part 3 here. Okay, let's see if I got one.